this is an update on my 65-gallon no sump reef. Wanted to give an update just to show what I'm going through right now with Dinoflagellates, just to kind of document what I do as I try to beat this. So the tank itself, for a couple of days now, has had a bit of an outbreak. Some of the corals are not too thrilled about it. It's definitely worst in the highest light spots of this tank. So I think that if I'm guessing properly, that's got something to do with it. So what I'm thinking about doing is reducing my intensity. Got a couple of Radions, and I also run a couple of Kessels, mostly just for the shimmer effect. So I think I'm gonna stop the Kessels, and I'm going to probably drop back the Radion schedule. Right now, it's running around 60% intensity. And one of the other things I think contributed to this is periodically been getting cyano outbreaks. So in order to beat that back, went ahead and did a pretty heavy dose of chemicline, which I have a pretty good track record with small doses of chemicline. This time I went all out with it, and I think what's happened is by doing that, the dinos thrive when the bacteria is reduced, and the chemicline seems to knock that bacteria down. So
Daddy,
it's me and my daughter right now. So she is my pal for this journey. And so I'm going to flip it around here just so you can see what I'm talking about. And, you know, from there, we'll do another update. I'm thinking in like a week, just to show kind of before and after. So give me a sec here and see if I can figure out on this phone how to flip it. If I can't, I will just manually turn this thing around. Looks like I got to do that. All right, so here on the tank, I don't know if you can see this, but hopefully you can. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pair this together with a second video that's better. So there'll be a... Okay, so part 2 here of the video. You can see, here's the 65. Currently got the Kessels on, along with the Radions. The Radions are kicking down for the night. You can see some algae starting to build up on the glass. That's pretty normal in this tank. But one thing that's relatively new, you can start seeing the dino building up here. So this is all hang on back stuff. Obviously, with hang on back, you have limitations on the kind of filtration that you can do. GFO is a little more difficult. Can't really run a reactor or anything. So this tank about a week and a half ago was really doing well. But one of the things I've noticed is that, so with dinos, zoas seem to get pissed off first. And then you'll start seeing other corals. One thing like this elegance, it's usually twice that size. So that's a symptom of it. On these zoas, you can see the dino building up, which is just, you know, it's an awful looking stuff. It just looks like snot. So these zoas are all pissed, and it's because of the dinos. Got some building up on this hammer. This hammer is usually quite a bit more extended, but as you get towards the top of the tank, you're gonna really see it bad, and that'd be where the highest par rating is. I believe it's probably hitting in the 400s up there. So you can see the dino, and you know, your corals, they just can't handle this kind of attack from dino. It'll start killing things quick. And so I've really been, last couple of days I've tried a couple of things. I have done pretty heavy dose of the Vibrant. I feel like in the past that's helped me, but I don't think it's happening in this case. I don't think it's going to be enough. So whatever has happened, something's really out of whack. So this tank is going to need some changes. So the other day, kicked up the temp a bit. I'm running around 80 at this point. That's been going for 2 days. Haven't really seen a whole lot of improvement. So went ahead and started the water for a big water change. I'm gonna do a big water change hopefully tomorrow if I can. I'm gonna have to do some manual scrubbing of these rocks and a real heavy suction on this tank. I mean, even the neem is pissed. Now, some of this is because it's nighttime and these corals are starting to kind of get ready for the night, but a lot of it is not. A lot of it's the dinos. So it hasn't really impacted the SPS yet, but it will. So my next video, I think what I'm planning to do is to, I'm going to do probably a 60, maybe a 70% water change. Going to increase the temp probably to 81. I'm going to do full parameter tests because I'm admittedly behind on that. And I'm going to increase the flow probably for an entire day, raise one of these gyres up to the top to get you know, higher oxygen level in the tank, which will also naturally reduce the amount of sunlight or amount of the PAR level in the tank, just because it's going to cloud over. And I'm hoping that by, I'm not going to do a full out blackout because I just don't know what that would do to this tank, but hoping that between reducing the light, doing the huge water change with the manual, probably a toothbrush, gentle scrub across at least the rocks. I'll probably hit it once it's done with the water change with another full dose of Vibrant. I'm probably going to need to clean out the filtration. So here's an update on the 65-gallon sumpless reef. Dinos are gone, and pretty happy. So this is just a chill video just to show the evening. I'm still running about 80 degrees. Got some adjustments to my flow going on. One of these gyres is vertical, one is horizontal. I've just been keeping up on the feeding. I think really for me the key to beating dinos seems to be higher temps plus higher nitrates, I suppose. I don't really know. I mean, it worked for me. So hopefully these videos help somebody else, but even if not, it's still cool seeing somebody else's reef.
We go to the Paw Patrol